Welcome to UR Supreme Toys. Today we're going to be looking at the DC SUPER POWERS BATWING from McFarlane Toys. As you can see, the box art is really nice. I like the colors. It just pops on the shelf. Even though I'm going to open this, I'm definitely going to keep the package. I'm probably going to use it in the display with the figures. It just perfectly captures that vintage box art style from the late 80s and early 90s. Kenner was very big on having vehicles and play sets with their lines, and they varied in quality, but they always had playability, and this one's no exception. See the top of the box, got the Batwing with Batman inside. Nothing special here. Batman's air combat vehicle. Got the barcode. Here's the back of the art. See the canopy opens. It's got a capture claw on the front and folding wings. So, alright. Let's pop this guy open and see what we got. This isn't like a typical bubbled figure, so you don't have to worry about me sitting there and fighting to cut a bubble loose. It has its own plastic bubble inside, which is not very common for these kind of toys. Back in the day, it was usually just cardboard holding it in place. Here it is. Oh, that looks really nice. I love that blue color. It's very dark night-ish. I'm so clever. Anyway. I don't think anything's holding it. No, it's just... Oh, that's not good. Oh, I hope that's meant to do that. Yep, it looks fine. That is a flubber. Make sure it goes on the right way. Don't like that. Don't like that. Alright, well that's cool. It comes off easily. Folds down. Be aware there's a piece of tape holding the canopy shut. It's sort of one of those things where like, oh, I'm glad they thought of that, but it's like, oh, now I gotta peel a piece of tape off my plastic and hope it doesn't leave residue, because I do not like tape residue, because tape residue does one terrible thing, and that is catch all the little dust particles in the room. There's a little bit of residue on there. I like to take the piece of tape and just dab it, and usually it'll grab that residue. I think I got all of it. Alright. I usually don't keep this stuff, but this little tray is perfect for keeping the integrity of the box. So I'll probably just slip that back in there and keep the box. I usually never ever do that. Alright, first off, I've got these little wings on the side. They do not appear to come off. Got the little gray thruster. It's got a little trigger on the bottom. I guess when you're flying it around like this, it activates that capture claw. And this is the best part. They implemented the bat symbol as a push button. Canopy flies open. Although I did notice this. I wonder if that's because of the spring. That canopy does not look right. Yeah, okay, I see it. There's a, I don't know if you can see down in that little ridge where the canopy is, there's a little metal spring. At first I thought maybe something was wrong with the canopy, but I guess the way it sits. See? That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. However that spring was installed, it was not installed correctly. I wonder if I could take this apart and fix that. So right out of the gate, quality control issue. Look, oh no. Oh no, it's broken. Oh no. My canopy's broken. Well, I am not happy about that. Well, let's continue the review. That's disappointing. This was almost $30. It shouldn't be broken. I was wondering why it was sitting funny. Yeah, you can sort of see the piece of plastic in there. Well, other than that, look inside the cockpit. It's got decals on the front for the computer screen and the control panels on the side. Got a bat symbol for the steering column. I don't know how beneficial that design is. Aside from the broken canopy, it looks great. This is disappointing. Sorry, McFarlane. I'm posting this. This is something that customers need to be wary of. Let's see how Batman fits in the cockpit. Here we got our Batman with our cape. You might want to take the cape off. He'll slide right down in there. See if this canopy would have. It will close. Looks pretty good in there too. I mean, if you're just going to use it as display, it's fine. But that busted canopy top, that kills me. I think he'll fit better in it without the cape. The cape kind of gets in the way. Yeah, a lot better. A lot better. It even looks better without the cape bunched up in there. I would imagine if I was Batman and I was jumping into my vehicle, I'd probably take my cape off first. Now, Darkseid is not going to fit in this thing. So if you're hoping to have Darkseid riding along, don't count on it. Knowing McFarlane, and if they follow the formula of the old superpowers, I would not be surprised if Darkseid comes with his own vehicle. Maybe a giant floating chair or throne. That would be pretty awesome. But as far as the regular vehicles for Batman or Superman, he's not going to work. Just a heads up, they already have the Green Lantern, John Stewart Green Lantern, showing up at stores. I have not seen it, but there have been reports. So when you're out looking for your DC superpowers, keep an eye out. McFarlane Toys is notorious for having products show up unannounced and unexpectedly. As soon as they start showing or soliciting a toy, usually that means it's en route to being distributed. So you never know when their products are going to show up. I'm disappointed because the canopy's broken. That takes a lot of points off. This isn't a particularly flimsy plastic. I guess maybe it was installed incorrectly. I could keep it as is, but that defeats the purpose. I guess I'm just going to have to return it to Walmart and hope that I can find another one in stock. And it might be a while because they only had this one left. But let's do it real quick. Take a gander at this capture claw feature. It's a pretty wide base. I think they took that into consideration when, yeah, they wanted to be able to capture Darkseid, at least one of the bigger figures. Of course, I think if you did this to Darkseid, he would just reach out and rip the ship in half.
Yes, I would rip the ship in half, or obliterate it with my Omega Beam eyes.
Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, but here's Batman. Let's see if it'll grab the smaller figures. It looks like it should. I probably need to raise his arms up, because with his arms down, he's a bit too wide.
It was like, oh no, my own ship has tried to kill me.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, hit the camera. It's pretty good grip. All right. This was a upsetting but good review of the DC SUPER POWERS Batwing from McFarlane Toys. This is new for the year of 2022. It was broken. That's a bad score. But if it weren't broken, this would be a fun, great toy and display piece for your collection. Alright, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next review.